or a pat on the back. I'd like to right that wrong here in this little storm. Thank you for shaping my life. Thank you for teaching me you are no ordinary man. No, no, no. You make me everything I am. Thank you working class man. Well, he's a steel-time disciple. He's a legend of his kind. He's running like a cycle across the wild Midwestern sky. Oh, he's a working class man. He believes in God and Elvis. He gets out when he can. He did his time in Vietnam. Still mad at Uncle Sam. He's a simple man with a heart of gold in a complicated land. Oh, he's a working class man. Well, he loves a little woman. Someday he'll make his wife, saving all the overtime for the one love of his life. He ain't worried about tomorrow because he just made up his mind. Life's too short for burning bridges. We'll take it one day at a time. He's a working class man. Oh, yeah. Yes, he is. Well, he's a working class man.
When the hands of time stand still and the last breath has been taken, there's an emptiness that cannot be described. No one can ever fill that space, but the memories of time spent together will bring comfort. A very warm welcome to each of you this afternoon as we come together today to celebrate and to honour the memory of a much-loved father, son, brother and friend. I speak of Kevin John Heazlewood. I would also like to welcome those who cannot be here and are joining us by live stream, and a shout out to those who are joining us from Pingelly in Western Australia. Welcome. My name is Delma Carpenter, and along with Simon and his colleagues from Parkside Funerals, we feel privileged and very honoured to have been asked to conduct Kevin's service for you. And a little reminder, if you haven't turned your mobile phones onto silent, now's a really great time to do that. It's at times like this that we're reminded just how important community is. Those moments in life when those around us are in pain and our only job is to hold one another in love and kindness and offer support and comfort as we share this space with Kevin for the last time. Kevin's passing has been heartbreaking and an unexpected loss for his family and his friends. Just a day after celebrating his 60th birthday, he suffered a devastating stroke. And despite the efforts of medical care, his family were faced with the difficult decision to turn off his life support only a few days later. Losing Kevin so suddenly and at an age where he still had so much life ahead of him is incredibly hard for those close to him to process. The sadness of his absence is profound, but so too is the love and the warmth he left behind in the hearts of those who knew him. An unexpected death is incredibly difficult to bear, and it is okay to feel overwhelmed. Take one moment at a time and allow yourself that space to grieve. Grief has no timeline, and it's okay to feel however you feel. May we now take comfort in saying the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. I'd like to invite Kevin's lifelong friend Mary Yaxley forward, and she's going to present Kevin's eulogy for us. Right. There's a drink there for you, Mary, and we start there. Okay. And I might put the mic on for you. Okay. If your head close to the mic. All right.
Kevin was born on January 6th, 1965 in Wynyard to Vonda and Tom Heazlewood. The eldest of 4 boys, he shared his childhood with his brothers, Darren, Stephen and Timothy, on the family farm at Upper Mount Hicks. Life on the farm was busy and full of hard work, but it was also filled with the kind of memories that shaped Kevin into the man we all knew and loved. From a young age, Kevin stood out amid the chaos of 4 hungry boys, their mum Vonda, and had her hands full, especially when it came to sorting out socks and undies. Kevin, in his practical ways, solved the problem by choosing red socks and undies so no one else would take them. This was a small but telling sign of the creativity and resourcefulness that defined his life. Kevin attended Yolla Area School, where he developed a love of maths and made many friends. Always social and more than a little mischievous, Kevin enjoyed adventures with his schoolmates. One memorable story involved camping down the back of the farm, where they claimed they would live off the land for the weekend. Of course, Fonda later discovered that Kevin and his mates had raided the freezer and helped themselves to the best steak. After finishing school, Kevin worked for Roberts Thompson's on their farm and later moved on to working for Webster's as a stock agent and auctioneer. Fonda said when he worked for Webster's, he wore a fawn shirt and brown trousers along with his notable red socks and undies. In the early 90s, Kevin moved to Shepparton and tried his hand at milking cows before heading west, taking his shearing gear with him. In Kalgoorlie, a chance conversation in the pub led him to joining a shearing team in Western Australia's wheat belt. During this time, Kevin connected with the Goldsmith family, sheep and grain farmers who became an important part of his journey. He eventually settled in Pingelly, where he bought a house at 25 Somerset Street, a detail that delighted his family back in Somerset, Tasmania. Pingelly is 160 kilometres southeast of Perth and has a population of over 1,000 people. Encouraged by his neighbour Kirky, Kevin took on a plumbing apprenticeship and, once qualified, started his own business, fittingly named Tassie's Plumbing. Everyone in WA only knows him as Tassie. Kevin was a man with a generous heart and a strong desire to help others. Along with 11 other tradespeople, he travelled to Cambodia to lend his skills to a community in need, working on projects that made a real difference to local people. While in Cambodia, Kevin's vibrant personality found a new outlet when he returned to Australia with a collection of bright coloured jackets and pants that he absolutely loved. It was in Western Australia that Kevin met and married Sue, and together they welcomed their 2 children, Zach and Felicity. Kevin was a devoted dad who immersed himself in his kids' lives, taking them camping, supporting their activities, involved with their scouts. Kevin was a scout leader for 10 years and sharing his love of motorbikes with both Zach and Felicity. Kevin enjoyed times riding with the Hotham Cruisers Motorbike Club and was also part of the Black Dog Ride travelling Route 66 to raise awareness for mental health and depression. Kevin walked over 1,000 kilometres on the Biberman track, taking him from East Perth all the way to Albany. This was a remarkable challenge that tested his endurance and determination. Happy to help out where he could, Kevin also dedicated his time to volunteering with the ambulance and SES in Pingelly. Despite making his home in Western Australia, Kevin's ties to Tasmania remain strong. He purchased the family farm from his parents, with his father Tom staying on as caretaker, a dynamic that created its fair shares of stories and laughter. After years of adventures and hard work in Western Australia, Kevin returned home to Tasmania in December 2018 to live on the farm at Upper Mount Hicks, running sheep and cattle. His constant companion was his loyal, slightly notorious dog Axel, affectionately dubbed the dumb dog by everyone who knew him. Or bird brain. Axel had a mind of his own and wasn't great at staying put. So much so that the Woolworths grocery delivery truck once delivered him home. Despite Axel's antics, Kevin adored him, and that is most of the time. And together they shared many peaceful moments on the farm. Kevin was a man who thrived on hard work. In addition to managing the farm, he worked at the Eulogy Producers Co-op store and at the Smithton Sale Yards on a Monday. With a shortage of local shearers, he also stepped up into shearing sheep for people. His mum said some mornings he would be up at 3 a.m. to shear sheep before he went to work. Life was busy, but Kevin has a deep appreciation for the solitude of farm life. He loved the quiet moments, lying on the grass under the silver birches, or sitting on the hill at dusk, watching the sunset over the land he cherished. Kevin was a collector in every sense of the word. Frugal and resourceful, he filled the farm sheds with all sorts of machinery, often not just with one, but 3 or 4, just in case he needed them for spare parts. You know, one day. His lifelong friend Mary often accompanied him on adventures across the state, hunting down machinery and tractors. Their trips were never dull, whether it was a wheel coming off a baler or an upside-down indicator board sparking puzzled looks from passerbys. Beyond his hard work and collecting, Kevin was the kind of person who brought you joy and warmth into every room and place he went. He always had a smile on his face, a joke to share, and a heart open to everyone. Kevin was a man of contrasts, hard-working yet relaxed, caring yet stubborn, frugal yet a lover of bright colours. He was loving and generous and always willing to lend a hand to someone in need. And while he could be pig-headed at times, it was just part of what made Kevin, Kevin. Though Kevin's time with us was far too short, the memories he leaves behind are a testament to the person he was. Zach, Felicity, Vonda, Darren, Stephen, Tim and Mary, and all who knew and loved Kevin, may you find comfort in the knowledge that he lived his life in his own unique way, with humour, determination and deep love for those around him.
Thank you, Mary. Mary was the one that went with Kevin to scout out old balers and tractors and all sorts of machinery. Kevin would be very proud that you're able to do that today, Mary. I'd now like to read tributes from Zach and Felicity. Zach says, Dad was humble in nature, very cheerful and charismatic, always wanted to make other people feel special and loved. He would do anything to make other people laugh. He loved to share his personal knowledge and experience with others. Always wanted to travel and have experiences with his family and enjoyed seeing new places and things. Zach says, we had fun times with Dad at the amusement rides at the Gold Coast and in Sydney, where Dad found out how much food was too much, how Dad found out that eating too much food was not good. Kevin couldn't waste anything, so he decided to finish Felicity's lunch, which included a wrap and a bright frozen pink raspberry Fanta. And Zach says, I sat next to Dad on a ride at Luna Park, and he might have had a big lunch, but I had to wear it. Yeah. Dad had to buy a new shirt and took the train ride back to the hotel for a shower. Zach says that Dad was honest, hard-working and well-known by many. He started off solo without knowing many people when he first moved to Pingelly shearing, and was soon a well-known and respected local. He worked as a plumber, providing services all around and across the wheat belt, and always took pride in his work and executed it to a high quality. He met a lot of his good mates through his work and loved working alongside them. Dad always wanted to travel and have experiences with his family, always wanted to go climb mountains, and once he got to the top would be scared of how high it was. There are countless memories we shared with him while exploring Australia. Around home we would be riding motorbikes on the farm, and he'd take me to the local footy matches. Dad was loving, caring and mostly importantly proud. He always wanted to do whatever made his children happy, even if it was to his own detriment. He'd go out of his way to fulfil any of our requests or desires. I'd mentioned to people that he was my father, and it made me proud to call him Dad when I'd hear his name in public, and how much they appreciated him as a person and for what he had done for them. Felicity says Dad was always loving with an adventurous soul. He was always making jokes and making other people laugh, or mostly thinking it was funny and making himself cry with laughter. I'll miss his cheeky smile and contagious laugh. He loved helping people however he could. We were always going on family camping trips. Everywhere we went, if he saw a camping and fishing store, he would always say, "Let's stop and go for a quick look." And we all knew that a quick look would be at least 2 hours. I'll remember our countless hours spent at BCF, boating, camping and fishing, or BFC, as Kevin called it. Even seeing it still gives me flashbacks of our BCF trips. We were always going camping. He loved camping with family and friends, and we had many camping trips taking us to Alice Springs and Cooper Pedy, Gibb River Road and Holland Track. If we weren't going camping, he loved going to the cinemas to watch a movie. But I really think he enjoyed going to the movies so he could have a sleep. He always said the movie was good, but never watched the whole thing. I will forever have fond memories of skip bow games, and I don't know if Dad let me win or if I was actually good at playing. And both Zach and Felicity says that Dad was a loving, caring and most importantly a proud father. We will miss him, Zach and Felicity. Thank you. We've been hearing all about Kevin in words, and we're now going to see visual memories of him.
On the limb cut down in the middle of the night, caught in a trap, crushed by the crown of the one.
son rarely tells his father how he really feels. A handshake or a pat on the back is all that he reveals. I'd like to right that wrong here in this little song. Thank you for shaping my life. Thank you for teaching me all you can. You are no ordinary man. No, no, no. You make me everything I am. Thank you for taking the time. Thank you for showing me the way. And thank you for being there when I need you. Thank you for every single day. Now I've been blessed with a son of my own. Got my own bedtime stories to tell. If I can raise him half as well as you raised me, guess I'll be doing pretty well. Thank you for your guiding hand. Thank you for making my dreams come true. You're an extraordinary man, and I hope you're as proud of me as I am proud of you. Thank you for giving me life. Thank you for showing me good from bad. I guess I'm only really trying to say thank you for being my dad. Even though the years drift away, I never took the time just to say I love you, and I always have. And thank you for being my dad. Thank you for being my dad.
I cherish is slowly dying or it's gone. Little shaking babies and drunkards seem to all agree. Once the show gets started, it's bound to be a sight to see.
Kevin will definitely be remembered for his happy, smiling face. Kevin's family have asked me on their behalf to sincerely thank you for being here today to honour and celebrate his life with them. Your presence means so much to the family during this difficult time, and is of great comfort to see so many who cared about Kevin and supported him. They would also like to thank the Launceston General Hospital for their wonderful support and care of Kevin and the family. Following the burial service, you are warmly invited to join the family for refreshments at the theatre room at the Wharf Hotel in Wynyard, where I'm sure you can share your memories of the times that you spent with Kevin. Kevin was an organ donor, and his selfless act of generosity has brought hope and the gift of life to 6 people who were waiting for an organ donation. What an incredible legacy he leaves behind. Kevin's family said that they would like to thank the Donate Life team, who were absolutely amazing. The team presented Kevin's family with a brightly coloured quilt in his honour, and the quilt's here today. They said the quilt is perfect. It matches what Kevin would wear, just what he would have liked. Very shortly we'll be taking Kevin to his final resting place at the Wynyard Lawn Cemetery. You are most welcome to join us for his burial service. Please stand if you are able.
Rounding off bolts since the age of 14. Was out of 5/8 or 9/16. He got a metric socket that don't quite fit. A little wiggle, just a little, but it ain't quite stripped. The safety guard's gone from his grinding machine. He got a a stiff paintbrush, he only sorta got clean. He's the hired man, my neighbor, and a cousin-in-law. He's a jerry-rigging fool, he got the tool for the job. Well, it's a vice grip or pliers, and pliers for a wrench for a hammer. Hammer's everything else, it just don't seem to make much difference. I sure do like him, but he's hard on equipment. His corners ain't square and his floor ain't level, and he's had a little trouble with the old tape measure. His doors don't close cause the jam ain't plumb, and he's a goddamn menace with the air nail gun. You love to see him coming at the lumberyard store, fix the leak in his roof with a 2x4, drills holes in the boards with the wrong kind of bit, and when they don't line up he blames the government. Well, it's a vice grips or pliers, and pliers for a wrench for a hammer. Hammer's everything else, it just don't seem to make much difference. I sure do like him, but he's hard on equipment. He got the whole front yard full of fix-em-up cars. Well, 3 don't run and the rest won't start. Well, everything's fine with his rebuilt motor, except of course for the couple spare washers left over. Better twine tie downs going down the road on 2-ball tires and an oversized load. He ain't never read the manual, cause that's like cheating. He don't mind the grease on his hands while he's eating. Well, it's vice grips or pliers, pliers for a wrench for a hammer. Hammer's everything else, it just don't seem to make no difference. I sure do like him, but he's hard on equipment. No, it just don't seem to make much difference. I sure like you, son, but you're hard on equipment. Busted up knuckles